and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rachel and I'm a women's body transformation coach. Thank you so much for joining me on this next episode. I'm really excited about this one because I know that I'm going to be able to basically change your life in about 5 to 10 minutes. And what I mean by that is, it's January, right? You've probably got the same goal that you did this time last year and maybe even the year before and the year before that. And you're thinking that this year is going to be different. It's going to be the year that you finally get in shape, the year that you finally do something about how you felt for so long. But you've still got this voice in the back of your head, this voice that says, what happens if the same thing happens again, just like last year? What happens if I can't do it? What happens if I'm just stuck like this forever? Now, you might be feeling really motivated right now. You probably are. You're probably in a bit of a routine. You've probably got yourself to the gym. You've maybe started meal prepping. You're doing your steps, all of that stuff. But you still have that little bit of self-doubt. So in this video, I'm going to give you a bit of real talk, shall we say? And I'm going to basically share with you my thoughts, my tips, my tricks on how you can actually make sure that you follow through with your New Year's resolution and that you actually lose weight this year instead of having to restart again this time next year. So the number one problem that I see with women who set out a New Year's resolution of losing weight is they try and go too hard too soon. And what I mean by that is they try and conquer everything in one go. They say to themselves they're going to go to the gym 5 times a week, they're going to meal prep, they're not going to eat any bad food, they're going to get all their steps in, they're going to say no to social events. It's just a very dialed in mindset, which, don't get me wrong, is great to some extent. But if you have quote unquote failed in the past with your weight loss journey, I'm telling you now, that is not the way to go. You are simply setting yourself up for failure. If you think that you are going to be able to sustain that after not doing much of that for the past 11 months, that's where you're wrong. You won't be able to sustain it. And I know there's probably part of you thinking, what does she know? She doesn't know me. She doesn't know my life, blah, blah, blah. But you're in the exact same position as you were last year, or maybe even worse. So what I do know is, if you've already tried to do that, it's not going to work for you again. You can feel as motivated, you can have as much willpower as you like, but it won't last. And the reason it won't last is because you're being so unrealistic. Now, to you, it might not seem unrealistic in this moment because you are feeling motivated. That's totally normal. But when your motivation fails, or when your motivation goes, which it will happen. Motivation is just a feeling, it will come and go. You won't want to continue to do what you've been doing. So what you actually need to do, and this is what we encourage our clients to do, is just take it one step at a time. Now, this isn't me saying go and just get your steps in and eat shit for the next 2 weeks. What this is me saying is accept the fact that there will still be some meals that you eat that aren't as nutritious, healthy, whatever you want to call it. Accept the fact that you might miss some workouts, or some workouts might not go to plan. Accept the fact that things in life will happen, and the reason you have not previously got results is because of how you've responded to those things. If you can control your response to any given situation, I guarantee you will get the results that you want. That's why you haven't got the results before, because you've responded when you felt motivated. You've responded by going and doing the things you need to do to get results. But when that motivation's gone, or when something has happened, you haven't responded in the way that you need to. And that is because your expectations are, in order to get results, you have to be all in and do everything perfectly. You don't. You just need to be consistent. You need to be consistently good instead of inconsistently perfect. So let's take working out for an example. Let's say that you are telling yourself you're going to go and train 5 to 6 times per week. But for the past 3 months, you haven't actually been to the gym, or you haven't done any exercise. Now, whilst again, you might feel like you're going to be able to do it, and it might be a couple of weeks where you can, the reality is that might not last. So instead of saying to yourself, you need to get to the gym 6 times a week, Start off really simple. Go 2 to 3 times per week, because if you stick to that, not only are you more likely to get results, but more importantly, you're going to build your confidence and your trust in yourself, because you're going to prove to yourself that you can actually do what you've set out to do instead of just setting yourself up for failure from the get-go. To put a bit of perspective on it when it comes to training, I've been training for about 11 years and I've only just started training 6 times a week, and that is because I'm training for a marathon. If you are simply trying to lose weight, you don't need to go to the gym 6 times a week. Next example, 10,000 steps per day. Are you just doing that because you think you need to do it and because you think that's the magic number? If you are someone that is currently doing 2,000 steps per day, you don't need to up it to 10,000 steps straight away. In fact, 10,000 steps is not a magic number. Base it on where you are at, how much you can actually do, and just push yourself that little bit more. You don't need to do 10,000 steps per day just because someone else is on Instagram. So let's say at the moment you can comfortably manage 7,000 steps per day. Push it to 8,000. Do that for a couple of weeks. Build your confidence, build your trust in yourself. And when that becomes the norm, then you can increase it again. Again, this comes down to being consistent. Most women will just try and do things too hard, too all in from the get-go, that they can't sustain it, and then they end up quitting. If you do the complete opposite and gradually build up, not only are you going to get results along the way, but you're also again going to build that confidence and trust in yourself that you can do it. And when you believe that you can do it, you will take action. When you take action, you will get the results. So if you have just started out on a new journey this year, accept the fact that you are going to fuck up. Accept the fact that it won't always go to plan. Accept the fact that you're a human being and it is okay if things don't always work out the way you thought they would. But don't be that person that quits and gives up just because one thing didn't go to plan. Learn how to control your reaction to situations, because when you can control your reaction, you will get the results that you want. You'll become that woman that does what she needs to do in order to produce the results. I hope this video has been helpful. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can refer back to it at any moment where you feel like giving up, because this is going to be the year that you finally achieve your New Year's resolution. You are not going to go into January 2025 in the same or worse position. You're going to be in the best position of your life as long as you follow through with what I have just mentioned. And if you need any advice, me and my team are currently looking for 2 more success stories. So I'll pop a link below this video where you can book in a free discovery call to find out more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.